Okay people, welcome to another science and welcome to this one, the greenhouse effect. I know my old students know a lot about this. We're going to go over it again, put in a few more details because it's fundamental to so much of science in year 4 to 6 and year 7 to year 9. Now, firstly, what is a greenhouse and vexed whose? Well, usually it's a big building made out of glass. And what I have in there I have lots and lots of very happy plants. Why are they so happy? Because what happens is when it's a nice sunny day, it gets really, really hot. Lots of sun can come in, but not very much sun can come out. This here, we talk about a lot with plants, but in the earth, in the bigger picture, it's even more special. And a lot more strong as well, actually. So, let's have my sun over here. And let's have my earth over here. What of course happens is sunlight comes down from earth. Sunlight comes down to earth. No one noticed. It goes out a little bit into the atmosphere. And then it might get bounced back towards the earth. Our earth's atmosphere acts just like the greenhouse. It keeps some of that heat energy in. Remember though, not all of the energy will go. Some of it will bounce straight out. Our greenhouse effect is not perfect. It doesn't keep all of the energy in. And with our system here, we have a problem. And the problem on Earth right now is that these little bits here, these here are greenhouse gases that I've drawn. And basically, if the light bouncing back hits one of those bits of air, it will send it back to Earth. These are two most common examples we will talk about are these two. Carbon dioxide and methane. Those are the two most common greenhouse gases we talk about. And right now, well, there's even more of them in the sky. There is in fact 40% more since the 1800s. That's a lot more greenhouse effect. That means our greenhouse effect is getting much, much, much stronger. And of course, if there's more CO2, 40%, then of course that means the temperature on Earth is going up. And it's no surprise that some of the hottest temperatures man has ever measured have been in the last 3 or 4 years. Our Earth, in our memory, has never been hotter. Firstly, let's just get something clear. A greenhouse effect is a good thing. It is good and it is natural. It happens because there's carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And we want carbon dioxide. It is good. It lets plants do photosynthesis to make the energy they need. It is a good thing. Without it, there would be no plants. We need CO2. But it's gone up so much. That's the problem. If there was no CO2, yeah, there'd be no plants. But also, our Earth would be cold. Our Earth would be a temperature about 20 degrees. Minus 20 degrees. If there was no CO2. We need a greenhouse effect, or all the water would turn to ice. And forget plants, there'd be nothing living here. It would be like Mars. Right now we think Mars used to have life, it used to be warmer, and now it's too cold. So we need that carbon dioxide. It is a good thing. Also, there are other people who are saying like, hey, the greenhouse effect is good because remember, if you have your Earth here, it does this shape here. So we get more light. And I want more light. Light is good. I love going outside on a sunny day. Doesn't work like that. So we don't get more light. We actually get a type of light in the greenhouse effect called infrared light. It has energy, but you can't see it. So that's not very good. You don't really feel it very much either. It's the same kind of light you use in your TV control. You have a little red light, but you actually don't see the light going in between the TV and the remote. You don't see that light. It's infrared. Why do I care? Why do I care? You know, yeah, temperatures got warmer on Earth. Temperatures maybe right now about 1 degree warmer. Maybe a little more in some places, but around the world it's gone up about 1 degree Celsius. Why is it a problem? Well, here's why it's a problem. We have a really strong greenhouse effect. Now, you always say flooding. Every student says flooding. It's the most boring answer. It's true, but it's boring. You know, the ice melts, and when the ice melts, we get floods. When we get the floods, then we destroy the habitat. We destroy the place to live, so that, you know, people have to move their cities. There could be whole animals or plants who can't survive in the new places. We'll have less land to live on. It's a big problem. It is not the biggest problems, especially for Sweden. The biggest problem is that, of course, hey, it's hotter. Hotter means more evaporation and means more rain. Across the entire planet there'll be more rain with global warming. That is true. But it doesn't always fall in the same place. It's not everywhere that gets more rain. Some places get storms. And the amount of hurricanes in America and the Caribbean have doubled. We are looking at storms becoming 2-3 times more common across the entire planet. Storms create so much damage and break so many buildings and destroy lives. They kill people. You also have the opposite. Yes, you have more rain in places, but sometimes you have more drought. That's when there is no rain. Because what you're doing is you make the weather more extreme. See, it says no rain. Can you see? No rain. There you go. It gets more extreme. The weather gets crazier. It has more energy. It does more rain over here, less rain over here. You get bonkers. You will also, going on from that, you might get heat waves. where the temperature gets super hot, especially over a long summer period, the crops start to die out. People start to die because they don't get enough water. If we have the greenhouse effect continue forever, that 1 degree, and how do we do this? How do we stop this? Well, you know what? Our problem basically is that we burn too much. Because by burning too much, CO2 comes out. All the factories, the cars, the aeroplanes are terrible. The lack of recycling we do. The way we build still. The fact that to make my mobile phone that I'm recording this video on right now, there are things in there that come from Africa and Asia and different materials, and it's come to so many different countries. And it's great, and you can do it okay for the environment, but everything we produce needs energy, needs fuel, needs people to burn things. We really need to find a way to slow this down. There's too many people on the planet needing more and more energy, and to burn things the cheapest way we have of doing it. I don't want to live in a planet where this number 1 becomes a 2 or a 3. Because more people will be hungry, there'll be more wars, people will be fighting over water. And yeah, maybe, Sweden could be warmer. We could make wine in Sweden. We could have tomatoes in Sweden, and the forests could be wonderful. But for the planet, probably not the best idea to continue with global warming. A world in crisis is something we don't want to happen. Thank you.